much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where the aim of the game is to avoid the obvious answers and find the obscure ones. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Claire, and this is my husband David, and we're from Cullercoats in Tynemere.
Couple number two.
I'm Rob, this is my mother-in-law Catherine, and we're from Peterborough.
Couple number three.
I'm Leanne, this is my school friend Ruth, and we're from Newport in South Wales.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, my name's Taria, and this is Kieran, and we're from Surrey.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Hurricane Osman is here to rain on our players' parade and do unspeakable things on their chips. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome, everybody. It's nice, isn't it? Two returning pairs from the last show. David and Claire, welcome back on podium one there. Now, on the last show, Taria and Kieran did literally just every single thing they got right. And then Helen and Jan knocked them out in their head-to-head 2-1, didn't they? But I think everyone's a bit worried about Kieran and Taria. They know they're bright, but they've been beaten before.
They have.
That's the truth. They've never won. They've yet to win. They've got a 100% record of failure on this show. That's what you have to remember.
Well, listen, Helen and Jan, they got through to the final. Fat lot of good it did them. They didn't win the jackpot, so we're adding another £1,000 to it. So today's jackpot starts off at £4,500. There we are, that's a jackpot.
Well, you know what? That's how clever they are, Taria and Kieran. They're just thinking, oh, come on, we'll lose this, add another £1,000, come back and win that.
They also know there's a bonus booster coming up for the head-to-head. They know that. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. We haven't changed the rules. It will always be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that will be eliminated. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is A-list Scandinavian pop. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second, and whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns UK Top 40 singles with 3 words or fewer in their titles by Scandinavian acts. Richard.
Simply going to show you the names of 5 Scandinavian pop acts now. We're looking for any song from the UK Top 40 by one of those, which has 3 words or fewer.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, here are the 5 bands. ABBA, Ace of Base, Aha, Alphabeat, Aqua. There we go. All begin with A. Look at that. Oh, it said A-list. I get it now. I get it. It took a long time for that penny to drop.
Little bit.
What about that? OK, Claire. Claire, welcome back, by the way. Hi. Lovely to have you with us again. Remind us all about yourself.
So I'm a stay-at-home mum to 3 children.
Wonderful. Tell us all about what you like to get up to when the children have gone to bed, maybe.
I have done some adrenaline-type things over the last couple of years. So I did a skydive recently.
Wow, I mean, was it all right?
It was brilliant.
I mean, were there moments when you were terrified, or are you quite good at adrenaline things?
No, not normally, but I've always wanted to do that, so I enjoyed that.
Good. OK, so Claire, what are you going to go for from any of these Scandinavian bands?
I've got a bit of a mind blank. I think I'm going to have to go for Aqua. And I'll try Barbie Girl. Barbie Girl, says Claire. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Barbie Girl. Barbie Girl is right. That goes down to 44.
Yeah, the company who make Barbies tried to sue Aqua for copyright infringement, and the judge ruled for Aqua, saying it was free speech.
Exactly, and they should have said, go, grow up.
The judge essentially said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Rob.
Hello.
Welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a teacher, teach reception children, so the youngest ones.
Yeah, that's... And I speak as the father of a 4-year-old. He hadn't long been potty trained when we sent him off into reception.
No, we get a nice mix of children.
Yes, there we are. That's politely put.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not sure he'd been going through the day without a sleep after lunch for that long. And do you find kids quite often sort of find a nice...
Not as many as you think. We get a few children who you can see by 2:30 they're flagging. They're wanting to have a little nap, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, by 2:30... Yeah, exactly. I'm usually in the corner having a little kip. Now, Rob, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to play it fairly safe and hope that Catherine can pull a good one out of the bag. I'm going to go with ABBA, and I'm going to go with Super Trooper.
Super Trooper, says Rob. Let's see how many of our 100 said Super Trooper. Well, he's right. Beats 44, down to 23. Not bad at all, Rob.
Well played, Rob. Yeah, also the name of an ABBA album, although the album was named before they'd written that song.
Thank you very much indeed. Ruth, you are welcome on Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm Ruth. I'm a care home manager for people with complex mental needs.
Right, you are. And what are your interests, Ruth?
So I belong to a group called the GCMC, which is Gay Caravan and Motorhome Club.
The Gay Caravan and Motorhome Club.
We don't discriminate. But,
No.
Yeah.
But see, of all the caravan and motorhome clubs, surely that's
the
best.
one you want to be
That's the one you
in.
want
It's
to
the most
be in.
colourful.
I bet it is. Now, Ruth, what are you going to go for from our list here?
I'm going to go for Aha, and I'm going to go for Cry Wolf.
Cry Wolf, says Ruth. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for that. Cry Wolf. It's right. 44 is the high score, which you pass. 23 is the low score, which you pass. Down. That goes to 1. Very well done indeed, Ruth. 1 for Cry Wolf.
Very well played, Ruth. Yeah, number 5 hit for Aha. The video is directed by a guy called Steve Barron, who currently directs ITV's The Durrells.
How hilarious.
Yeah, that's a nice spread of career, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Now, Taria, welcome back. Good to have you with us again. Tell us all about yourself again.
So I'm a manager of a math and English tuition centre for children from ages 4 to 14.
It must be so satisfying.
Yeah, genuinely, I've
You
loved
turn things round.
So
And it really can. Quite often it's just down to people who are too scared to put their hand up and say, just don't understand.
Yeah, honestly, it's a confidence thing a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think most of the time it is. Taria, are you a fan of any of these? I know that you're a fan of Taylor Swift. We discovered that last time. But how good are you feeling about the back catalogue of these fine Scandinavian?
not great. I think everyone's got their wish. I'm going to go for ABBA, and the song I'm going to go for is Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
Gimme, 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 says Taria. Let's see how many of our 100 people said gimme, gimme, gimme. It's right. 44 is still our highest score, and you pass it. Look at that, 12. Very well done indeed. Very cleverly selected there, Taria. 12 for Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
Yeah, nicely played. It's Hung Up by Madonna features a sample of Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. It's only the second time that Ben and Bjorn ever allowed anyone to use a sample of one of their songs. So they got a songwriting credit on that. The other one was the Fugees' Rumble in the Jungle, which has the little hook from Name of the Game.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Well done, Ruth. That's the best score of the whole round. Good luck, Claire and David. You've got the highest. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let us see if we can find some more nice, obscure hits from these 5 Scandinavian bands. Kieran, welcome back to Pointless. Remind us all about yourself.
Thank you. Similar to Taria, I'm an education manager in a maths and English tuition centre for the same company.
OK, and from what we discovered last time, a broad range of interests. What do you love getting up to? What are your...
Like exploring. Live near sort of the Surrey Downs, so that's always a nice place to explore, and you're never too far away from civilization if things do go terribly wrong.
Very good. OK. Things going terribly wrong in Surrey. Now, Kieran, you're on 12. If you could happen to score 31 with your answer or less, you're already into the next round. What do you want to go for?
I'm going to go with Aha and Take On Me.
Take On Me, says Kieran. Here is your red line. Let's see how far down the column you can get towards this red line with Take On Me. It's right. Not bad. 50. Takes your total up to 62.
That's a great song, though, Take On Me.
It's a great song.
Aha have not aged at all. If you listen to Aha's music now, it has not aged a second. It still sounds incredibly
Still great.
current. Yeah.
Morton Harkett came to appear to put in a guest appearance on Armstrong and Miller.
Was he nice?
Yeah, he couldn't have been nicer.
Ah.
It was weird. Suddenly we found that all our wives decided that was the day they wanted to come and support us.
That's
Having
weird.
never supported us on
That is
any other day
peculiar.
of filming. Thank you very much indeed. So we come to Leanne. Welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself.
I'm Leanne. I've got 2 kids. I've got 6 kids between me and my partner.
Very nice.
And a grandson as well.
Goodness me.
Yes.
So, what do you like getting up to, dear?
I love TV, I love reading, especially Stephen King, particularly.
Excellent.
So I'm in trouble if sun comes up and
And
I
you
don't
get it
know
wrong.
Yeah.
OK, now, you've been set up absolutely fantastically by Ruth in the first pass, so 60 or less gets you into the next round.
And no one's taken my answer, which is fantastic.
Good.
So I'm going to go for Aha as well, and The Living Daylights.
That's the one I'd have gone for. Living Daylights. Here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with The Living Daylights? Well done. You are into round 2. And that's a great score. Very well done indeed, too. Taking your total up to 3.
Yeah, how about that? 3 points between 2 players, all thanks to Aha. Our good friends.
Yeah. Catherine, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Whose idea was it between you and your son-in-law to come
My
on the show?
son-in-law.
And you were the first choice?
I don't think so.
He told you. Yeah.
I suspect there's a long list before me.
I don't think that for a moment. And can I commend you on how well your top matches the background lighting for round 1?
Thank you.
Very nice indeed. Catherine, you are currently on 23, which means 38 or less gets you into the next round. So we're looking for any UK Top 40 hit of 3 words or less by any of these acts.
I'm going to go with ABBA and say Fernando.
Fernando. Fernando, says Catherine, here's your red line. Let's see if you can get below that red line with Fernando. It's certainly right. And you've done it. Very well done indeed. Very strong on podium 2, 29, taking your total up to a nice 52 score.
Yeah, they sold the advertising rights to an electronics company and they said they'd never do it again. They said they regretted it.
Have sold it to a chicken company.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. David, welcome back. Lovely to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself.
Yeah, I'm David. I'm a senior network engineer for an IT services company.
And what are your interests when the IT thing stops?
I like to play golf and sport in general. Run a golf society with some friends called the Sweet Swingers Golf Society, which is quite good fun.
I'm glad they're called the Sweet Swingers Golf Society. I think the Golf Society bit's quite helpful there.
It does help.
And do you tour around sort of nice local golf clubs?
Yeah, try to, yeah, once a month in the summer months, yeah.
Very nice. OK, so, David, this is where the game gets serious. We have to have a score of 17 or less from you.
I've got a one for Aqua, but I'm not sure if the name is going to be correct, but I think I might have to have a... I'll go for Turn Back Time by Aqua.
Turn Back Time by Aqua. OK, let's see. Here is your red line. It's quite low. Let's see. Is Turn Back Time going to be a correct answer? Let's see how many of our 100 people said Turn Back Time. It's right. And you're through. Very well done indeed. Down to 4. It's exactly what we needed from you, David. 48 is your total. There is a place for you in the next round.
Yeah, it was their 3rd #1 single. Very impressive. Kieran and Taria have just been knocked out.
I just spotted that.
Yeah. Let's, now I feel bad about the stuff I said at the beginning.
Well, I know.
I'm going to take you through some pointless answers. We'll start with Aqua. 2 pointless answers for Aqua, Around the World and My Oh My. You would have got 1 point for Good Morning Sunshine, 2 for Cartoon Heroes. Dr. Jones would have scored you 15 there. Alphabeat. I love Alphabeat. People don't really know him. Pointless answers, Boyfriend and the Spell. 10,000 Nights. That's a great song. Would have scored you 1. And Fascination would have scored you 6. Aha. There's 3 pointless answers for Aha. And they are Train of Thought, Touchy, and Cozy Prisons. I don't remember Cozy Prisons.
I don't remember that
I have to say. Sounds a great song. You'd have got 1 point with Aha for Summer Moved On and Manhattan Skyline. Some people might have got 1 point for that. Ace of Base, quite a few pointless answers here. You could have had Cruel Summer, Every Time It Rains, Lucky Love, Living in Danger, Wheel of Fortune. And 1 point for Beautiful Life, Happy Nation and Don't Turn Around. The Sign only scored 3, which was their biggest hit. ABBA, there's a pointless answer for ABBA, which is Under Attack. So very well done if you said that. 1 point for Head Over Heels, 3 for Angel Eyes, 4 for Ring Ring, Summer Night City and One of Us. Biggest scorer of all, Waterloo, would have scored 64 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. We are at the end of our first round, and this, I have to say, is a shock. Kieran and Taria, I'm so sorry, but it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kieran and Taria. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Very well done. We've made it to round 2. That's all very exciting. Ruth and Leanne, whew, I mean, our low scorers par excellence over there on the far podium. Well done to you. But best of luck to all 3 pairs for round 2. The category today is Kings and Queens. Can you all decide who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns Monarchs in Haiku. Richard.
I'm going to give you clues now to 6 monarchs of England, the UK or Great Britain on each board, but the clues are going to be in the form of Japanese haiku poem. That's a poem of 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. But we just need the name of the king or queen, please.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our first board of 6 haikus, and here they are. Who are these monarchs? Lost his lands in France at Runnymede, 1215, sealed Magna Carta. Armada repelled, they called her the Virgin Queen, last of the Tudors. Also called Rufus, killed by arrow while hunting. Did his bro do it? Married to Albert, real name Alexandrina, 63-year reign. Barely spoke English. The first Hanoverian, yes, a German king. And lost the colonies, suffered from bouts of madness. Son was Prince Regent. I will read those again. Lost his lands in France at Runnymede, 1215, sealed Magna Carta. Armada repelled, they called her the Virgin Queen, last of the Tudors. Also called Rufus, killed by arrow while hunting. Did his bro do it? Married to Albert, real name Alexandrina, 63-year reign. Barely spoke English. The first Hanoverian, yes, a German king. And lost the colonies, suffered from bouts of madness. Son was Prince Regent. There we are. David, we come to you first. You were looking despairing before I revealed the haikus. Now I've shown them to you. Do you feel any better?
Worse.
Worse. I mean, honestly, worse.
I don't even have a glimpse of an answer, I'm afraid. My brother did give us an answer where just say this if any monarch question ever came up. So I'll take the lost his lands in France, the top one. I'll go for Prince Philip of Spain.
OK, Prince Philip of Spain. OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. I mean, good advice from your brother to have nice to have something in your back pocket, but in this case, didn't really apply. I'm afraid that scores 100 points.
Yeah, he might have meant King Philip of Spain, but he's a Spanish king.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Bad luck, David. That may not be the last 100 of the round. You never know. Now then, Catherine.
Yes.
Look at these beautiful haikus. Which kings and queens are they describing?
Also called Rufus, I think, was William II.
William II, says Catherine for Rufus. Let's see how many of our 100 people said William II. It's right. That's a good answer. Down it goes to 9. Very well done indeed, Catherine. 9 for Rufus Redbeard.
That's a terrific answer, Catherine. Very well done. Yeah, William II, also, of course, known as Prince Philip of Spain.
Thank you very much indeed. Leanne.
Hi.
There we are. Look, there are 5 things on the board still. Do you want to talk us through all of them?
Well, I would if I knew them. I'm sure the 4th one is Victoria, and I think the bottom one is King George. I don't know any of the other ones. I'm going to go for Victoria because I think it's the only one I'm sure of.
OK, for the 4th one down. Married to Albert. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Victoria. That's right. Well, 100's the high score. You end up on 56. Not bad.
It's amazing that only scores 56.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean,
that's
all there. Even more amazing, you only get 49 for Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen. Lost his lands in France, signed Magna Carta, King John. Would have scored you 24. The bottom one lost the colonies.
It's George III.
George III, and the madness of King George III would have scored you 18. And I learnt this the other day on Pointless. So
George I.
George I, yeah, barely spoke English. 12 points for that. So the best answer on the board, Catherine, is William II. Well played.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. 9 was the best score of the past. Well done, Catherine. There you are. But 100, I'm afraid, the highest score of the past. David and Claire. Good luck. Claire, we're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, 6 more haikus coming up on the board. Who are these 6 monarchs? Roused with Parliament, he started the Civil War, then he lost his head. Killed at Bosworth Field, remains much later found in a Leicester car park. Last British monarch to lead his troops in battle, won at Dettingham. He married 6 times, 2 of his wives beheaded, and he split from Rome. First Plantagenet, Eleanor of Aquitaine, was his queen and wife. And in 1066, this Norman came and won the Battle of Hastings. I'll read those all again. Roused with Parliament, he started the Civil War, then he lost his head. Killed at Bosworth Field, remains much later found in a Leicester car park. Last British monarch to lead his troops in battle, won at Dettingham. He married 6 times, 2 of his wives beheaded, and he split from Rome. First Plantagenet, Eleanor of Aquitaine, was his queen and wife. In 1066, this Norman came and won the Battle of Hastings. There we are. Ruth. Now, there you are. Middling score, 56.
Middling score. Okay.
56. If you can score 43 or less, you're into the head-to-head.
I think I know a few of them.
Good.
But I think I'm going to take a punt
Good.
with Killed at Bosworth Field. And I'm pretty sure that Richard III was found in Leicester car park.
OK, here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Richard III? Let's find out. It definitely is Richard III. And you're in the head-to-head. Very well done indeed. 36. 36 taking your total up to 92.
Well played, Ruth. Yeah, that was when Leicester were having that amazing time where they're winning the football, having kings discovered in their car parks.
I know.
What a time they had.
Thank you. Rob, there you are on 9. If you can score 90 or less, you're into the head-to-head.
I feel like this is where my history degree might come in useful, but with Catherine getting such a good score...
No, I'm not going to accept that. Your history degree, I want that you've got to do as well, if not better, than Catherine.
Well,
otherwise...
I'm going to take the top answer, the roused with Parliament, and go with Charles I.
Charles I says, Rob, here is your red line. Your first task is to get below that red line. Your second task is to come, we would hope, close to Catherine's brilliant low score of 9. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Charles I. It's right, and you're through. Like that matters. Because this does matter. Down it goes to 17. Not bad. Well done. Within 10 of Catherine. That's good enough. Takes your total up to 26.
Well played, Rob. I do hope your pupils are allowed to watch. How lovely to be able to watch your teacher.
That's
doing
nice,
well
exactly.
as well.
And doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, oh, Claire, I'm so sorry. I'm afraid to say you're already our high scorers, even before you've given your excellent answer. Do you want to talk us?
Pressure off.
Do you want to talk us through the board?
No, this isn't our category, as you've obviously seen. Obviously, married 6 times is Henry VIII. I will guess at the last British monarch to lead his troops in battle as William II.
William II, making a second appearance. Yeah, it could happen. Let's see. Is it right? William II, no red line for you. You're the high scorers. I'm afraid not William II. Anyway, scores you 100 points. You're going out in a blaze of glory there. Lovely high score of 200. Bad luck.
How are you on this board? Would you know that last British monarch?
I'm tempted to say Henry V.
George II.
George II, well, there you are.
It was. Would have scored 4 points, a very tough one. You're quite right, it was Henry VIII, married 6 times. He would have scored you 75 points, though. And the first Plantagenet?
First Plantagenet was Henry II.
Henry II, yep. Would have scored you 6. And in 1066?
William I, William the Conqueror.
William the Conqueror, William I. And he would have scored you 22. So George II, best answer on that board.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we come to the end of our second round. We have to say goodbye to another pair. I'm so sorry, Claire and David. This is where we part. It's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Great having you here. Claire and David, brilliant contestants. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Catherine and Rob, Ruth and Leanne. You're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for today's jackpot, which is currently standing at £4,500. But listen, before we go into the head-to-head, we have a chance now to take that jackpot up to £5,000. See if we can find 2 pointless answers. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many breeds of terrier as they could. Richard.
Yes, 6 names on the board. 2 of them are pointless answers, breeds of terrier recognised by the Kennel Club. 2 of them are incorrect answers, though. Can you truffle out those pointless answers? 2 of them at home as well, see if you can get them.
OK, here are 6 potential breeds of terrier. We've got Glen of Imal, Furchts, Lakeland, Tamworth, Norwich, Australian. There we are. Catherine and Rob go first.
OK.
Go ahead.
Shall we?
Yeah.
OK.
I'll take your word.
Lakeland.
You're going to go for Lakeland.
We're going for Lakeland.
OK, let's see. Is Lakeland pointless? It's right. Is it one of the pointless ones, though? Lakeland goes down to 6. No, I'm afraid not a pointless one there. So, Ruth and Leanne, can you find the pointless one? There are 2 still in there.
OK, we think Tamworth is a pig. I'm tempted to go Norwich.
Go on then.
Yeah, we'll go Norwich.
You're going to go Norwich. Norwich, OK, let's see if that's pointless. Norwich again is right. Oh, it's up to 1, I'm afraid. No. Well, 2 correct answers. Well done. Nothing wrong with either the answers, but they weren't pointless.
Yeah, falling into the trap again of going for ones you've heard of. It does mean there's 2 pointless answers on the board still to get. I think you were very tempted to go for the top one. Glen of Imal should have done, would have added £250 to the jackpot. And the other pointless answer, if you had to go for another one?
It's definitely not Tamworth, and I don't think it's Furchts either. I think it must therefore be Australian.
Australian is the other pointless answer, yeah, Australian terrier. So Australian, and Tamworth, as you say, is a pig, so that was wrong. And Vux is, well, Bertie Vux, the German footballer, was known as Der Terrier, and he was an incorrect answer as well.
Well, there we are. We didn't add anything to the jackpot, nor did we lose anything either. So there we are. Let's play the head-to-head. Well, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you're now allowed to confer. Here is your first head-to-head question, and it is all about Britain's best locations for landscape photography. Richard.
Yep, we're going to show you 5 of these locations. The BBC Country Farm magazine essentially listed these. We'll show you 5 of them, plus their initials. Can you tell us what they are, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal the landscapes, 5 of them. And we've got A, IOS. B, T. C, LD. D, GC. And E, WW. There you are. 5 landscape photography locations from the UK. Catherine and Rob, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
Which ones do you?
If you want to.
I think we're going to go for A, the Isle of Skye.
Isle of Skye, say Catherine and Rob. Now then, Ruth and Leanne, that throws it open to you. Do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
Love to. Can't. Can't hazard a guess myself at B. No.
No.
Or C. Or E. So, by process of elimination...
It's going to be D.
It's going to be D. Giant's Causeway.
Giant's Causeway. OK, so we have got Isle of Skye and we've got the Giant's Causeway. Catherine and Rob went for the Isle of Skye for A. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Isle of Skye. Isle of Skye is right. Down it goes to 51. Meanwhile, Ruth and Leanne have gone for the Giant's Causeway. D. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Giant's Causeway is right. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, 50 for the Giant's Causeway. Very well done indeed. Ruth and Leanne, oh, you just pipped them there, and after 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, very well played. That's a close one, wasn't it?
Very.
B, do you know B?
No.
It's in the Isles of Scilly. It's Tresco.
Oh, Tresco.
Yeah. Would have scored you 1 point as well. Very well done if you said that. Now, this next one...
Lake District.
Lake District. Oh, yeah. It's annoyingly obvious, isn't it? That would have scored you 43. And this last one, it's in the Dartmoor National Park, and it's Wistman's Wood. Oh. It's lovely, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Scored 2 points.
Yeah. Anyway, OK, here comes your second question. Ooh, now, Catherine and Rob, you have to win this second one to stay in the game. Ruth and Leanne get to go first. OK, best of luck with that. Our second question this afternoon is all about soup.
That's nice,
Soup,
isn't it? Soup,
nice.
yeah. 5 clues now that have something or other to do with soup in some way.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's bring on the soup questions. Here they are. 1933 Marx Brothers film starring Groucho Marx as the president of Fredonia. Artist whose Campbell's soup cans were first exhibited at the Ferris Gallery in 1962. US rock band who had a UK number 8 in 2002 with Girl All the Bad Guys Want. The agencies set up as part of this US president's New Deal are sometimes referred to as alphabet soup agencies. And the rock musician who in 2009 described his brother as a man with a fork in a world of soup. I'll read those again for you. 1933 Marx Brothers film starring Groucho Marx as the president of Fredonia. Artist whose Campbell's soup cans were first exhibited at the Ferris Gallery in 1962. US rock band who had a UK number 8 in 2002 with Girl All the Bad Guys Want. The agencies set up as part of this US president's New Deal are sometimes referred to as alphabet soup agencies. And the rock musician who in 2009 described his brother as a man with a fork in a world of soup. There we are, Ruth and Leanne.
OK, we're going to try the US rock band, and we think or hope it's Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for soup, say Ruth and Leanne. OK, now, Catherine and Rob, talk us through that board.
That was going to be my go-to answer. I think the bottom one, this is going to be one of the Gallagher brothers.
The film, I think, is Duck Soup, and the artist is Andy Warhol.
I think we go for the Marx Brothers film.
Marx Brothers?
Yeah.
OK, Marx Brothers, Duck Soup.
Duck soup. So we have Bowling for Soup and we have Duck Soup. Ruth and Leanne have gone for Bowling for Soup. Let's see if that's right for Girl All the Bad Guys Want. Bowling for Soup is right. And that takes you down to 18. Catherine and Rob, meanwhile, have gone for Duck Soup, the Marx Brothers film. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Duck Soup is right. And it wins you the point. There we are, just what we needed back in the game, 14, which means after 2 questions, it's 1-1.
The artist is Andy Warhol, you're quite right. Would have scored you 41 points. Yeah, the rock musician has to be one of the Gallaghers. And it's going to
Noel.
I was going to say, it's going to be the one with a bit of wit. And it is Noel Gallagher, about Liam Gallagher.
Yeah.
Would have scored you 13 points. And the agencies, the New Deal was FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And that would have scored you 2. Best answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, it all comes down to this third question. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot of £4,500. So best of luck to both pairs. Our third and final question is all about scientific or mathematical laws and theories. Richard.
Yep, we're going to give you the first letters of the people who these theories were named after, but what are these theories, please?
OK, can you name these theories? Here are the clues. P's theorem. In a right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. A's law. Equal volumes of gases at the same temperature and pressure contain equal numbers of molecules. N's laws of motion. Relations between the forces acting on a body and the motion of that body. B's law. At constant temperature, the pressure of a gas is inversely proportional to its volume. And O's law. The relationship between electrical current, voltage, and resistance. I'll read those again. P's theorem. In a right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. A's law. Equal volumes of gases at the same temperature and pressure contain equal numbers of molecules. N's laws of motion. Relations between the forces acting on a body and the motion of that body. B's law. At constant temperature, the pressure of a gas is inversely proportional to its volume. And O's law, the relationship between electrical current, voltage, and resistance. OK, Catherine and Rob will go first.
I think I know a few of them. I think we know a few of them. OK, we're going to go for the constant temperature as Boyle's law.
Boyle's Law. OK, Boyle's Law, say Catherine and Rob. Now then, Ruth and Leanne, talk us through the board.
Right, the top one is Pythagoras' theorem. Third one is Newton's law. I'm not sure, but I think the bottom one is Ohm's law, OHM. Should we go for that? Because I think the others are going to be higher than Boyle's law anyway, if it's right. Go on. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right. OHM,
Ohm's law. OK,
yeah.
so we've got Boyle versus Ohm. Well, Catherine and Rob have gone for Boyle's Law. Let's see how many of our 100 said Boyle's Law. Ooh, that's a good answer. Down it goes to 25. 25 for Boyle's Law. Ruth and Leanne taking a bit of a punt on Ohm's Law at the bottom there. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 said it. Ohm's Law. Ohm's Law is right. Oh, it's a high score. 63 for Ohm's Law, which means, very well done, Catherine and Rob. After 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Yeah, there's 2 very big scorers up here. Pythagoras' theorem would have scored you 84 points. And Newton, of course, his laws of motion would have scored you 83. The best answer on the board, Avogadro.
No, it's not.
Avogadro's law would have scored you 9 points. Well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, it's Ruth and Leanne. But you have been great. So I have every hope on your return. We will see you back in the head-to-head. We might even see you in the final. You never know. But meantime, thank you very much for playing, Ruth and Leanne. But for Catherine and Rob, it's now time for our pointless final. Well, congratulations, Catherine and Rob. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £4,500. Very well done. First and only appearance on the show, straight through to the final. There's no arguing with that. What do you want to see come up in this last round?
I might shoot myself in the foot here. I'd quite like football, a few different sports I might do all right at.
I would hate sports.
No, that's good. That's what you
Hate
need.
sports.
Yeah, Rob can take the sport. What will you take charge of?
Language-based things.
Language-based things. OK, well, let's hope something like that comes up on the board, or sport. We shall see. Today's selection looks like this. 20th century children's TV comedies, Johann Sebastian Bach, the Rugby League World Cup, and the year 1976. What do we think?
Catherine whispered in my ear that she liked the look of the top category.
Oh, I didn't say I like the look of it. I think it might be the best of a bad bunch.
OK.
So do you reckon that?
Well, I don't think we've got any choice, really.
OK, 20th century children's TV comedies.
OK, 3 classic children's TV comedies here from the 20th century, looking for anyone who is credited with appearing in any episode, according to IMDb. So anyone who appeared in Wurzel Gummidge, anyone who appeared in Rent-A-Ghost, and anyone who appeared in Maid Marian and Her Merry Men. Very best of luck.
There we are. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. Just need 1 pointless answer to win that jackpot. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
I'm leaving this one completely up to you.
Right, Wurzel Gummidge was Una Stubbs and John Pertwee. They were Miss Thingy and... I know, but I can't remember anybody else. Rent-A-Ghost, I can't remember her name. She was a little lady, Scottish, and I can't remember any more than that. Maid Marian and Her Merry Men was Tony Robinson.
Yeah,
I know, I can't.
Wurzel Gummidge, is there anyone more obscure?
Probably, but I don't know who. Rent-A-Ghost, what was her name? She's Scottish and she's this big. Can't think. I cannot think. My mind has gone completely.
OK.
We'll just have to do those. I can't.
Just go with the 2 from Wurzel Gummidge.
Well, can you think of anybody who was in Maid Marian?
Not a clue.
Well, you were 6, so you'd have been watching it.
No, not really.
I wasn't watching it.
And then, so go for Tony Robinson, and then the 2 that you've got from...
Yeah, they're not going to...
10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't do any more. We can't, no. No, we can't.
OK, you've got your 3. It sounds like you're not going to get any more. OK, we'll stop the clock there. What are your 3 answers?
For Wurzel Gummidge, the only 2 that I can think of are John Pertwee and Una Stubbs.
Una Stubbs.
And Maid Marian and Her Merry Men, I'm sure, had Tony Robinson.
Tony Robinson. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Tony Robinson, maybe?
Tony Robinson, let's put him last. Least likely to be pointless?
Oh, John Pertwee.
John Pertwee, and then Una Stubbs goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those 3 answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got John Pertwee, Una Stubbs, Tony Robinson. Well, 3 answers on the board. You never know. One of those could turn out to be pointless and win you that jackpot, £4,500. What would you like to do with it if you were to win it? Catherine, I'll come to you first.
I'd take the family away on holiday.
Very nice. OK, Rob, how about you?
Well, my car's on its last leg, so I think a nice new upgrade on the car might be a nice start.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. 3 answers on the board. Let's hope one of these might bring that jackpot home for you. John Pertwee, we're looking for the cast of Wurzel's Gummidge. Let's see how many of our 100 people said John Pertwee. If he's pointless, £4,500 is yours. He's definitely right. I think we knew that anyway, but let's see how far... Right, there we are. 62 for John Pertwee. Well, we're sticking with Wurzel Gummidge. We've gone for Una Stubbs as our next answer in that category. Let's see how many of our 100 said Una Stubbs. If she's pointless, £4,500 is yours. Una Stubbs is right. John Pertwee was right. Took us all the way down to 62. Una Stubbs passes John Pertwee, but rests at 53. Your third and final answer was Tony Robinson. In this case, we were looking for Maid Marian and her merry men. If Tony Robinson is pointless, £4,500 is yours. How many of our 100 said Tony Robinson? There we are. 3 correct answers.
That's right.
That's an achievement. 62 is what we got for John Pertwee. And then 53 for Una Stubbs. 30 is where we end up with Tony Robinson. Well, 3 correct answers, but I'm afraid you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer. So I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you get to take home today's trophy. So very well done for that. Richard.
Yeah, let's take a look, shall we, at the pointless answers. We'll start with Wurzel Gummidge, some big names on this board. You could have had Beryl Reid was a pointless answer. Billy Connolly appeared in Wurzel Gummidge. Charlotte Coleman, Geoffrey Belden. All of those are pointless answers. The other bigger scorers, Barbara Windsor, Bill Maynard, Bill Pertwee, Lorraine Chase and Connie Booth, they all scored points. Now, the cast of Rent-A-Ghost. I used to love Rent-A-Ghost.
Yeah.
Amy McDonald, Linda LaPlante. She played the ghost, Tamara Novak. Michael Derbyshire, who played Hubert Davenport, one of the original ghosts there. Patsy Smart as well. The big scorers there, Sue Nichols, Molly Weir, who was the Scottish actor you were thinking of, would have scored you 11. Biggins is in it as well, and Michael Staniforth would have scored you 5. And finally, Maid Marian and her merry men. You could have had David Lloyd, Hilary Mason, Mike Evans, Patsy Byrne also appeared in Blackadder, of course. The big scorers there, apart from Tony Robinson, Danny John Jules would have scored you 10. 1 point for Howard Lou Lewis, and the crime writer Mark Billingham would have scored you 1 point as well. He was in Maid Marian and her merry men.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thank you, Catherine and Rob. I'm sorry you didn't get to win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £5,500. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.